Hello and welcome to this review of the Hubsan H502S. So we're looking at the H502S today, which is a FPV drone with GPS and follow me, also has altitude hold. It's the middle model in the Hubsan H50 range. There's the 502E, which also has GPS but doesn't have follow me or the FPV. And then there's the larger 501S, which does also have the GPS, follow me and FPV, but the FPV on that one is at 1080p, not 720. Not going to spend too long on what's in the box here, but in here we get a spare set of propellers and a screwdriver. And in this one, we get the fold-up hood that goes onto the TX unit. We obviously get the instruction manual as well. So let's move this out of the way and take a closer look at the H502S. Okay, so straight out of the box, first thing that you need to do is make sure that you put the propellers on the right arms. They are coded with A and B for the different directions. Do just bear in mind that I think it's the B propeller. You need to screw it in anti-clockwise as opposed to clockwise. The 502S is quite a small unit. It's 15 inches from tip to tip, weighs about 155 grams with the battery installed, and that unit is a 610 mAh 15C 7.4 volt, which is good for around about 11 minutes of flight. I mentioned at the beginning of the video that it has a 720p camera, and the fact that it is built into the body of the 502S does mean that it reduces down on jello, and you'll see that in the video that I post at the end. But let's have a look at the main feature of the 502S, which is obviously the fact that it is GPS and follow me. Okay, it's probably a good time to introduce the TX unit. This is the most up-to-date Hubsan one, and I'll explain why in a moment. There are two different modes of flight. If you want to use it indoors, you need to make sure that you keep both of these toggle switches down. You've got your camera button on there to take photos. You've got your video button here to take videos. Usual trimmer functions. On the side here, we've got one input here for FPV goggles. The other one doesn't do anything. And over here there is a micro SD card slot, but that's also redundant. And then there's a mini USB cable port here for firmware upgrades. Now, I mentioned it's the most up-to-date unit, and the reason for that is that if you take a look in the bottom here, you'll see that as well as taking 4 AA batteries, with a few modifications, you can actually use a LiPo battery by putting it into the JST connector, and that does extend the time that you can use the TX unit, because be warned, it is quite power hungry on normal AA batteries. Okay, now as I mentioned just now, there are two different modes of play. We've got the first one, which is the indoor mode, and I'll just plug that in there. I don't know if you can hear that, but there is a little bit of an annoying hum coming through on there. So we've got the battery installed, and then we turn on the TX unit here. And there are two things that you get up first of all. And we need to calibrate the compass first of all. I don't know if you can see that there, just make that out, focus that in. And to do that, we just need to rotate the 502S in a clockwise direction. And then you'll see on here that the calibrate compass 2 has come up. And to do that, we just simply need to point it nose down and turn it again in a clockwise direction until calibrate compass 2 has gone out, and you can see there that we are now ready to go. And the next thing you need to do if you're flying it indoors is to hold down the left throttle lever, push down the right one, and then go on to fly when no GPS. Select that, go on to yes, and then exit out from there. And then you can arm the motors by simply pressing both throttle levers out to the bottom right, out to the bottom left. And you're ready to go. Now, whether you're choosing to fly the 502S indoors or outdoors, you need to do the compass calibration. I have just disconnected the battery now to stop that annoying humming, but I'll just take you through the display on the TX unit here. You can see on the top right here we've got meters per second, we've got the height, we've got the distance from you, we've then got the GPS coordinates, and it's saying down here that it has altitude hold. If you want to switch off the altitude hold, you can do that through the menu setting. Now when we're outside, which will be in a little while to do the footage test, we just flick up the left hand switch there, and it will come up on here that it is in GPS hold mode, and then it will start to look for the satellite locks for the TX unit and also for the 502S. You can't fly it unless you've got 6 satellite locks, and unless you've got that, then it won't allow the home function to function very well, and it won't come back to where it's supposed to. And there's the return to home switch on here, both clearly marked out GPS and home. If you want to use the headless mode, just flick down the left hand throttle lever there and then turn it back off. And if you want to use the follow me function, that's just a case of pushing down the right hand lever off and on again. So we've had a look around the TX, we've had a look around the 502S. Let's take it outside and have a bit of fun. Okay, so we're going to do the outside footage. We're going to do a bit of flying around, and then we're going to use the follow me function. It's a cold day today, it's about 4 degrees, but hopefully we should get a good flight on here. Send it out, and then we're going to put the return to home on. That's on. Coming back. Slowly coming down. Down. Now we're going to try the follow me mode. I think that works pretty well. And we'll come into land once more. So time for a quick summary. The 502S, we've had a look around the TX unit, we've had a look around the drone itself, and you've now seen it in flight and had a look at the quality of the footage. I'm sure that you'll agree that it is highly impressive. Sure, it takes a little bit of time to react to the light, but we're looking at a 720p unit here. And let's not escape the fact that this is a sub $200, £200, €200 drone that Hubsan have created here. And it has GPS and it has follow me function. And you won't find anything else on the market priced at that level at the moment with that many features. I love this drone. I think that of all the ones that I've been using in my collection recently, this is the one that I keep on going back to. I'm going to hopefully be having a look at the 501S soon, but that one is a larger drone and I do have high expectations of that. But for me, the 502S is the perfect entry level into the GPS drone market. And with the high quality TX unit that you're getting here, and as I've mentioned about the modification that you can make for the battery, and you can also make some range extenders for this, and you can find the videos on that quite freely available on YouTube. But for now, this has been my review of the H502S. It is highly recommended. If you've got any questions, please comment in the box below or subscribe. But for now, thank you very much for watching, and I'll be back soon with a new review.